Hello, and welcome back to SARS Football Corner. I think the wrong mic is connected, so let me just connect the right one. Here we go. My right mic is connected. Big up to everybody. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Welcome back to a transfer show. We'll be speaking about transfer news regarding all transfers around the world. Whatever team it is. Do you know what I mean? It's not just going to be Arsenal centric, even though we are going to be speaking about a few Arsenal ones. But we are going to discuss a certain Liverpool transfer, which has been the talk of the town. Plenty of people speaking about this transfer. Trent Alexander-Arnold going to Real Madrid. Of course, we're going to discuss that as well. My thoughts and feelings. Well, my thoughts on it. Just looking from outside without any emotional investment into the club. Do you know what I mean? I'm not emotionally invested in Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? I don't care about Liverpool. So I think I can give like a view on the whole Trent thingy without getting too emotional about it. I've seen Liverpool fans. I don't think Liverpool fans can speak about it without being emotional, and it's understandable because, by the way, big up to Aaron in the building. Big up, man. Big up. But I don't think Liverpool fans can speak about the Trent thing without getting emotional. When not necessarily a bad thing, but I can understand the reasoning why. Do you know what I mean? He's one of your own. Do you know what I mean? He's a born and bred Scouser, and he's leaving. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand why it's a bit upsetting. But listen, we are going to get into that. We're also going to be speaking about ZUBIMENDI to Real Madrid. Listen, these guys are just snatching everyone up, bro. Everybody's getting snatched up by Real Madrid. We're going to be speaking about that. We're also going to be speaking about Arsenal meeting with the representatives of Victor Gyokeres. How many times have we heard this coming? How many times have we heard this? These links with Victor Gyokeres. We're going to speak about it. And we're also going to speak about Khannouss linked to Arsenal as well. We're going to speak about that as well as a few other transfers which we will get to and speak about regarding Chelsea. I think they're in for a few players as well. Also Manchester United in for Victor Osimhen. You know, he's that is his prime destination. And obviously Manchester City coming out with the news that they do want to go ahead after Florian Wirtz. We'll be discussing that as well. But make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. As I said before, big up to Aaron, of course. Absolute legend, saying hit the like button. Guys, make sure to hit that like button, man. Make sure to do as Aaron says. Hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. Do you know what I mean? It helps the channel a lot. For me, I love it, man. When people like the video, man. I absolutely love it, man. Big up to Ben who says they saw it coming, they were just deluding themselves. I mean, listen, Benny, I'll be real. Even you're a Chelsea fan. I've seen some chats from you where you try to you do it subconsciously. I don't even think you realize you do it. Where sometimes you'll try to tell yourself something or you try to say something that will to make yourself believe that it's not as bad as it is. I think everybody does that. Do you know what I mean? To a certain extent. But I can understand what you're trying to say. Big up to BBK Sports. Make sure to go and subscribe to him. Big up to you, my broski. Hopefully you're doing well. Gotta get you on BBK Sports one of these days. Bro, listen, shout me on Twitter or shout me on any of my social media platforms, and we'll definitely get you on, man. I'll definitely get onto your channel 100%. Big up to Sareda, of course. Absolute legend. Big up to you, Sareda. Hopefully you are well. Hopefully you are good. Big up to you. Big up to we just have been raided by Hussam. Big up to Hussam, absolute legend. Big up Hussam, man, absolute legend. Thank you very much. Yeah, big up Hussam, man. Thank you very much for the for the redirect. Absolute legend. Big up to everybody who has joined in from Hussam. If you are new, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. I guess let's start off with the big news. regarding a certain Trent Alexander-Arnold. And listen, I saw somebody saying, "Oh, keep obviously Danny is already emotional. We understand, brother. We understand, Danny. It's okay. Keep Trent's name out your mouth. It's okay, brother. I actually think it's I actually think we can actually have a conversation. Um, and to be honest, in my personal opinion, I think I can give a level-headed opinion on this whole transfer without getting emotional. I was saying this just before at the start of the stream. I think when Liverpool fans look at this transfer, with Trent, there's always going to be some sort of emotional. Like, let's just take two content creators that we've seen so far. We've got Hassam and we've got Tom Little. Tom Little is so angry with Trent, and you got the other side of Hassam is so angry with FSG. So Hassam is going to blame FSG. He's going to say, "Oh, it's all right, Trent," and then Tom is going to be like, "Oh, it's Trent," and he's not going to really blame FSG that much. Do you know what I mean? But I think both are at fault, 100%. Both are at fault, 100%. I think when we look at this, we actually have to look at the background. We have to look at the story. If what's been reported, which, listen, you guys can let me know if anybody anybody that's actually any credible source that has come out and said this. But yes, I already said thank you for the redirect, Hassam. You absolute fraud. Yeah, go and break your fast, you joker. But I think if you look at the story, let's actually look at the start of it. Yeah, let's actually look at the start of it. If this, let me know if anybody credible has put this out. Any credible journals. Apparently, he knew this in 2023. So he knew this 2 years ago. He knew that Real Madrid were interested. He knew that this was happening, that was happening, and his mind was swayed a little bit. If that is the case, and if that is true, that for me, the fact that he hasn't said, he actually said yes to Madrid immediately 2 years ago. So that is something that is, I'm sure it's been a while. So the thing is, for me, I think if we look at the fact that he's known this for a while, the fact that he's, been understanding the situation with Real Madrid, for me, I just look at it as, I think that's the point where I think Liverpool fans are really angry, because let's say, for instance, you don't want to go, you don't want to stay, yeah. Let's say, for instance, you didn't want to stay with Liverpool. Let's say, for instance, you did want to go. Okay, Khannouss, everybody leaves. At some point, everybody is gonna people are gonna leave your club. Not everybody is gonna be a Steven Gerrard where they're staying there for their whole career. Do you know what I mean? No, but not everybody's gonna do that. But for me, this is where I think the Liverpool fans, right? Excuse me. Rightfully so, should have been angry, or rightfully so should be angry. Is, if you look at Trent, in that time, he could have accepted a contract offer, a contract proposal. They could have got something sorted, and he could have said, right, I want to get money for Liverpool. If I'm leaving, I need to get Liverpool. I need to get money for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? I need to make sure that they're good, that they get, at least if I'm leaving, they're getting peace for it. Yeah. And listen, everybody that's saying Saliba and this and that, guys, I'll be real. The only one that will truly hurt me, the only transfer that will truly hurt me, is if like Saka leaves, maybe. If Saka leaves, that would truly hurt me. But at the end of the day, it's just a transfer. These are players. Do you know what I mean? They get paid by the club. We're gonna get new players. Do you know what I mean? If Saliba goes, Saliba goes. But do you know what I mean? But in regards to this, yeah, let's look at the situation with Trent, yeah. If you knew, why did you not go and try and get money for Liverpool? Why did you not say, okay, this is the situation, my head is swayed, I actually think I want to go ahead, I want to join uh I want to join Real Madrid. Let's get something done. Let's get something done. Let's try and sort out something. Do you know what I mean? And big up Ian, by the way. He says, I don't agree with that. With that, it isn't on Trent to make sure Liverpool gets a transfer fee for him. That's on the club. I don't agree with that. It isn't on Trent to make sure Liverpool gets a transfer fee for him. That's on the club. So, Ian, yes and no. I agree with the fact that it isn't on Trent to make sure that Liverpool gets a transfer fee for him. It isn't. But here's the thing. The way we've seen it is that Liverpool have been offering contract, and he's been declining those contracts. Now, for me, I can if let's say for instance, if Trent has actually come out and said no, I'm not staying, and they still offered him contracts, I can understand that. But if he said, "Oh, well, let's see what you can offer," do you know what I mean? I'm still trying to make up my mind, and he's just delayed it and delayed it. And that is partially Trent's fault. That is Trent's fault because we can't sit here and say, "Okay, if you say no, and the club are still doing that, then FSG are bozos, 100%." But if you give them like 2% or 1% hope that you can get the deal over the line and you will stay, bro, they're gonna offer you contract and then gonna go higher and then offer you another contract and offer you another contract. Do you know what I mean? And exactly for Jack, he says it. For me, I don't care. He went Madrid. It's how he done it. And this is the thing: the way he's done it, it looks like he's just. It looks like he doesn't really care about Liverpool. Doesn't really care about the state that he's leaving the club in my personal opinion. If you look at Liverpool, if I'm Trent and I do all of this PR, I say, you know what I mean, I'm a Liverpool boy, I'm a Scouse boy who just whose dream came true. I think that's what's written on the mural, guys. Let me know. It's been a while, mate, since I've been to Anfield. Last time I went, I think the mural was I'm a Scouse something and my dreams come true or something like that. So if you're this Scouse boy, you know, I'm one of their own, tap the Anfield sign and Liverpool sign or whatever it is, and do you know what I mean? Coming out of the tunnel, gas, you know what I mean? Origi, corner taken quickly, all of that stuff, yeah? If you're that guy, why not say to the club, no, we need to get this sorted. I need to let the fans know. I need there to be transparency. I want to leave. I want you guys to make sure you're getting a transfer fee for me. Let's get it done. Why have Liverpool continuously given him or attempted to give him contracts? Why? Why is that happening? This is what we're saying. We have to understand why that. Listen, I know you guys aren't necessarily FSG in, yeah? Maybe some of you are. Maybe some of you are. Exactly, Jack. If he came out end of last season and announced, guys, I'm gonna be leaving the club. Do you know what I mean? I wanna I want to leave the club. I want to do this. I want to do that. Thank you very much for having me. You know what I mean? It's been amazing. I won everything there is to win at this beautiful club. Whatever. The whole PR thing. Yeah. At least the fans will feel a bit better if he's giving you guys a year. Do you know what I mean? To say, you know what, there's clarity between the fans. He's already given he's already given a whole situation with or he's given his opinion on he wants to leave. He thinks he's done all he can at Liverpool, and no one's gonna fully blame him for going to Real Madrid because Real Madrid is a massive club. It's an iconic club, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Real Madrid is just crazy. But that's when Liverpool can come out and say, okay, we're looking for fees. We're looking for fees this summer. At least then he has a year. Do you know what I mean? But instead, what he did was, let's leave Liverpool in the mud. Let me run down my contract until it's expired. And then now I go for free. Liverpool can't get nothing. These man came and disrespected Liverpool by giving them like 10 million, bro. Or 15 million or something for Trent. Like, are you skunked? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, what is this? So, what fees? He has a contract and run it down as per the agreement with Real Madrid. So, why did he run it down? If the thing is for me, yeah, I just don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why people are sitting here saying, "Oh, don't blame Trent. Don't blame Trent." He should be blamed because he's not like it's not like he's sitting here, yeah. And look at Igal, bro. Igal ignored everything else, bro. He just saw one title. He was like, "What? Where's that?" But so Don Arsenal, yeah. Let me explain to you why I think he can't run it down. The reason why I think he can't run it down is because I think a lot of people are asking this in the chat. The reason why I think he can't run it down, yeah, is because when you claim that you love the club, when you claim that you love the fans, when you claim that you do this and you do that, you can't, you're leaving the club with nothing. To the football club, you're an asset, a valuable asset that can be sold on for a lot of money. So if you're leaving the club for nothing, then you're leaving. That's it. You're done. That's it. You're done. Like you man are saying like this whole thing like he's got a contract. He's allowed to run it down, but he's always portrayed himself as this person who loves Liverpool, who loves the fans. He's there. He wanted to be Liverpool captain. Whatever, bro. So you can't do all of that stuff, and then now you're dunking on them. Like it's not right. It's not right. I think Jack sent another one. People don't deep what this city's done for him, bro. Yeah, listen, I think Liverpool as a whole, bro, like, do you know what I mean? For you to come out, for him to be listen, I don't think FSG are completely like I think FSG still need to hold some corn 100%. Because after they should have I think big clubs should have like a what Arsenal do, which is if they get within 2 years, you ask them what do you want to do this? Do you want to stay or do you want to go? It has to be one or the other. Big clubs have to have this in place. Where at 2 years left on your contract, do you want to stay or do you want to speak about a transfer? After 1 year, if you say you want to stay and then you want to discuss terms, if you're still doing that after 1 year, we say no, we're selling you this summer. If you don't accept the terms, sell. So Yeah, for me, I just think it's a madness. I think Adam sent something here. Real Madrid are very clear with Trent Alexander-Arnold since day one. If you want to join, it has to be on our terms, or else extend with Liverpool and do whatever you want. Exactly. So that's the thing for me. If Yeah, that's the thing for me. If that was their terms from the beginning, that should have been relayed down to the fans. If you really want to go, and if you want to if you want to go to Real Madrid and it's on their terms, then brother, do you know what I mean? At that point, you just gotta explain it to the fans, bro. You're taking an L, bro. You're gonna get hated by them. It's mad. It's mad. So it's evil to run down your contract and get signed on a free. It is if you've portrayed yourself as this nice guy and you want to do everything for the fans. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's definitely a situation where, for me, I think FSG are definitely to blame, but then Trent is definitely to blame as well. For me, it's 50-50. This whole thing has been a mess. This whole situation with transfers, and Trent's whole transfer thing has been a complete and utter mess, and it's been a disgrace. I'll be so real with you guys. If I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what has happened? How have we messed this up completely? Because it doesn't take a genius to understand that Trent Alexander-Arnold is still a very, very, very good right back, regardless on whether he's defending is crap or good or whatever you want to say. Forget about the defending for a second. Let's just talk about his ability going forward. Yeah. And for some of the stuff that I've been seeing man say, yeah, for some of the stuff that I've seen man saying, like yesterday, I saw somebody say, "Oh, I want us to bottle the title just so he can't get a second title." I'm like, are you like ill? Like, that's a sickness, bro. Are you crazy? It's nuts. It is actually nuts what some people are saying. Do you Arsenal guys? Do you Arsenal guys have a problem with Robin van Persie, or it was just his job and wanted to move to Man United? I listen. For me, this is the thing. I could accept if Robin van Persie, the situation with Robin van Persie, yeah, the situation with Robin van Persie is I can accept if he went to Real Madrid or went to something else. But for me, going to Manchester United is a disgrace. Like, for me, going to Manchester United was, and I think Trevor is right in the case that it is very different because you know he didn't win what Trent has won with Liverpool. But for me, it was a bit more personal. I think for you guys, him going to, by the way, guys, make sure to smash the like button. I think for me, I look at the situation with Robin van Persie. It's more personal because he went to Manchester United. For you guys, he's going to Real Madrid. It's not really personal. You guys don't have like a rivalry with Real Madrid. As much as like you guys have played them in the Champions League finals and that, there's no rivalry there. It's not a rival. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I look at the situation and I'm like, damn, that hurts. To go to Manchester United, it hurts, bro. And then to win the league and then us give you like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. That there was no going back from that, man. I was vexed. I was vexed, man. But regardless on what Arsenal said and regardless on what happened, yeah, there has to be some sort of loyalty. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't go to the direct rivals of the team that you were just at. For me, it just doesn't happen. But obviously, as it was stated, Trent looks to be finalizing that contract with Real Madrid. We'll be moving there in the summer. Um, exactly, that's the thing. So local Johns and the other guys who were Arsenal fans, if Saka knew that Real Madrid were after him 2 years ago, and we can get like 100 mil, like even 150 mil, yeah. If Saka runs down his contract and leaves the club on a free after all that he says about the club, yeah, after all that he says about the club, that Saka is one of us. Do you know what I mean? Saka is a North London boy. Do you know what I mean? Well, he actually was born in Wembley, bro. Big up, large up Wembley, man. He went to Greenford High School, bro. He went to Greenford High School, bro. It's crazy. How close he is to where I'm at. But he's a London boy. Do you know what I mean? Born and raised here, been with Arsenal his whole life. Yeah. But imagine if he does that. How are you gonna feel? You're not gonna feel okay. He done his job. Do you know what I mean? He done what's best for his family. You're gonna get emotional about it. You're gonna get emotional about it because, like, that's Saka, youngster, bro. Do you know what I mean? Look, imagine if Saka secretly said yes to Real Madrid to go in 2 years. Exactly. Like it would hurt. It would hurt. At least I'd want him to like give us some money for it. And that's the problem. Exactly, Travorelli. Like, help out the club, bro. Don't just leave after you've done all of this stuff. So that's my problem. That's my problem with it. FSG should have given him the Gallagher treatment. I mean, to be honest, if I'm being completely honest, I think now this guy needs to be I don't think he can play games. Is it bad for me thinking that he can't play games? If he goes to Anfield, I think he's gonna get booed to Ross. It's gonna be bad. Actually gonna be bad. I don't know about you guys, man. I wouldn't, if I was part of his camp, I'd say, bro, you know what I mean? You just train, bro. Don't play no more games. Don't be trying to go to, yeah, no. It's, I mean, just do away games, bro. Just do the away games, man. Don't do the home games, man. If you're gonna play games, do the away games, man. Might as well start. He might as well start house hunting in Madrid. Yeah, 100%, bro. Because yeah, it's a bit nuts right now. It's a bit nuts for Trent Alexander-Arnold. But listen, speaking about another transfer to Real Madrid, these guys seem to be snapping everyone up. Cope, which is a Spanish outlet, yesterday came out with news about a certain Mr. Martin Zubimendi. Of course, this guy is always just in the news. Real Madrid willing to pay the fee of 60 million, willing to match whatever Zubimendi is on, or what we're going to put him on, and it's completely up to the player. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, I don't believe it, in my personal opinion. Unless somebody comes out as a credible journalist, I've heard about 20 people. Actually, let me keep it more accurate. I've seen about 7 different people come out and put articles saying that Real Madrid are like after this guy. Real Madrid are going to get this guy. It's up to the player, this and this and that. Yeah. I've seen about 7 people do that. In my personal opinion, it's a bit fishy. Unless I see, I know you guys are saying just let him have him. Do you know what I mean? We're not missing on much. I understand, but in the grand scheme of things, yeah, We need a midfielder like him. I'd take a midfielder like him. If we're gonna have a good transfer window, we need a good midfielder like him. Let's not call him crap. He's not. He's a very good midfielder. I think people are just doing a bit too much over recency bias and all this stuff. So I definitely want him. But in regards to the situation with this guy, I need to wait. If I see Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Sammy Mokbel, any one of these guys say something about this, like, oh, Real Madrid are really hyping up their interest and it's up to the player now and he's going to make a decision, then I'm panicking. Then I'm like, oh, you know what? We might miss out for this guy. But for me, I look at the situation. I look at certain ramifications that are going to happen for us. Like if we don't get this guy, who are we going to go for next? Who is the next? Who is the next guy for us if this guy doesn't land? Because we've been talking for this guy for ages. So right now, I think this is where obviously what's his name is going to earn his bread. Andrea Berta. This is where he's going to earn his bread. So for me, I have to wait and see what's going to happen with this whole situation. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't really believe this whole ZUBIMENDI to Real Madrid. I don't believe it unless it comes from credible journalists. Then I'll be like, oh, you know what? Yes, it's 100% right. But yeah, again, they do say there's no smoke without fire. Do you know what I mean? So listen, let's just see what happens. We've got to wait until the transfer window. We've got to wait until the summer to see what happens. But if these rumors are true, then let's say, for instance, these rumors are true. I don't think that he will choose us over Real Madrid. This guy wants to stay in Spain. This guy wants to stay in Spain. Exactly, footy corner. Came from the journals in Spain. Like, of course they're going to be pushing this. Of course they're going to be pushing this story. If this is coming from English journalists or journalists in England, I'm like, oh my God, you know what? This could be real. This is real, man. These guys are after the player. Do you know what I mean? But right now, we haven't really heard too much about Real Madrid after Zubimendi and all of this stuff. So I'm not too worried about it. In my personal opinion. Moreno is his best mate. Though, right? What, Mikel Moreno? Or Marino? Yeah, listen, even if he's his best mate, do you know what I mean? I know we look at stuff like that and we're like, oh my God, that could help us get him and all of this stuff. But for me, I look at this situation and I'm like, let's just see what happens because this guy is a flight risk. This guy's been a flight risk, by the way, guys. This guy's been a flight risk for ages. For ages, this guy's been a flight risk. We don't know whether he's going to stay. We don't know whether he's going to go. This guy is just telling everybody, yeah, and then changes his mind last minute. This was never guaranteed for me. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, talking about another one that we seem to be linked with left, right, and center. Every single time we're linked with this guy. Every single time. Every single time we're linked with this guy. Victor Gyokeres. Apparently Arsenal at the start of this week, apparently, or last week, I think, went to meet. Let me just double check. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that it did say this week. So this is coming from Team Talk, which says Arsenal put on a decisive raid on Sporting for goal machine Victor Gyokeres. Again, do you know what I mean? I've heard this so many times now. The Gunners have requested a formal meeting with Gyokeres' agent Hassan Setinkaya, who is said to be friend of Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta's friends with a lot of people, bruv. I've realized since Mikel Arteta's been at the club, he is friends with a lot of people. He's friends with a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't have circles like that, man. I don't have circles like that. So yeah, apparently they've requested a formal meeting. Don't know if that request has been accepted. Do you know what I mean? Has that request been denied or has it been accepted? We don't know. But what we do know is that we need a striker. And what we need is a proper striker, a big striker. I'm not talking about, for me, I don't think I can accept this whole I don't think I can accept this whole bringing this what's his name guy from freaking RB Leipzig. Um what's his name, man? Freaking Sesko. I can't be on this whole wavelength with this Sesko guy. I'll be so real with you guys. For me, it looks a bit mad. Looks a bit mad. If we bring in this Sesko guy, he still looks so raw to me, bro. He still looks so raw to me, bro. And the thing is for me, yeah, is when a player looks raw, I start to look at it and I'm like, oh my god. Like, is this the guy who's supposed to take us to that next level? The guy who's supposed to take us to that you're winning the league next season. Guaranteed. I think Isak does that for us. I think Victor Gyokeres does that for us. Victor Osimhen does that for us. I don't see Tesco. Somebody called him Tesco the other day, bro. I started creasing. I don't see Sesko doing that for us. In my personal opinion, I just don't see it happening. My personal opinion, do you know what I mean? You might not agree with it. Some of you may agree with it. But I don't see Sesko being that guy that's going to come in and do a madness. So Callum, or Callum, I think it's Callum. Callum, here's the thing for me, yeah. I understand where you're coming from, yeah. Nobody's calling him crap. I'm not calling him crap. But the key for what you've just said there, by the way, you said, just for anybody who hasn't seen the message, Colin said, everybody acting like Sesko is SHIT, LMAO. He's rapid, quality dribbling, good shooting, and outperforms GXG. He is absolutely better than Havertz by a long bit. Good off the ball too. Let's focus on the important bit, Colin. Yeah. Let's focus on the important bit there. He is absolutely better than Havertz by a long bit. Why are we comparing it to Havertz? We need somebody who is world class. We need somebody who is the next level. That is not better than Havertz. There's a lot of people that are better than Havertz. A lot of people are better than Havertz. So for me, I need to be looking at somebody who is next level. Do you know what I mean? Somebody who is in that upper echelon of striker, because that's what we need. We need a ready-made beast. Exactly, Steve. We need somebody who's ready-made. I don't know what Trevor Reddy's talking about. 20 goals. What's 20 goals? Oh, 20 goal season striker. And that's for me, that's Isak. Let's look at strikers right now who can get 20 goals. Yeah. Arteta's football won't facilitate a striker as much as you guys may think, bro. I can't lie, no banter. Jack, this is the thing though. For me, I've seen us play multiple ways where we can facilitate a striker. We can. And the thing is, the strikers that he wants to go with are strikers that can drop deep and can help with the build up. Maybe you won't have a striker that will sit on the line and just wait for balls to come over the top. Do you know what I mean? And be onto them. But I think the strikers that we're in for, they can all do that. I think Victor Gyokeres and Victor Osimhen can do that. I think Isak can do that. Sesko, I don't know. But right now, I just need to see somebody who can come in and when they're given a chance, like Isak against Liverpool in that cup final, look at that. Chance comes, bang, into the goal. Like, bro, why can't we have somebody like that? Why can't we have somebody that will say, you know what? That chance right there, let me take that real quick. Let me put that in the back of the net for you guys. That's the situation for me. That's the situation for me at this moment in time. But listen, we're gonna meet with Victor Gyokeres' agents, his representatives, and I guess we'll have to see. Do you know what I mean? I believe there is still like a release clause of like 75 mil, I think, something like that. Overall, it's 100 million euros, I think, overall. So we've got to wait and see what happens. But I think there is an agreement to let him go. Same as there is agreement with a load of different players. And also just to touch off on the Arsenal bit, El Khannouss is linked to the club people. I think he'd be a good player to bring as like a Saka backup, maybe. If not a Saka backup, maybe somebody to play across that front three, maybe on the right, maybe on the left. Just somebody as a backup. I don't think he's got like the caliber to be taking any positions at the moment in time. Big up to Travorelli, by the way, saying W stream. Big up to you, my broski. Appreciate you for the super chats and love and love. He's a 10. Is he? Because he plays on the left, he plays on the right for these Leicester, man. I've seen him all over the pitch, bruv. All over the pitch. Does he play in the 10? What do you think of Sudakov? Who's Sudakov? Bro, who's Sudakov, bro? Who's this new brother I've never heard anything about? Sudakov. Look at this Will guy, bro. Allah, this Will guy, bro. By the way, guys, I'm telling you right now, one of the worst football bingo players, and that's coming from me. I'm trash, but I got sixth. This man was sitting middle of the pile, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Big up to Will, though, of course. Absolute legend. So, Jack, why would you wish anything like that on me? Why would you wish that on me? Why would you wish that on me, man? You fraud. You absolute fraud. A Ukrainian 10 who plays for Shakira. I think you were meant to say Shakhtar, but what's his name? Sudakov. Sudakov. Big up whoever plays for Shakira in it. Sudakov. Sudakov. Let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, I'm not even gonna pronounce that first name. Oh, it's Georgie. Georgie Sudakov. Why is it a H there? Georgie Sudakov. 22 years old. Plays in the 10. What's his market value? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There you are. Hold that, Tryon. You fraud. Hold that, you fraud. Hmm. And what about Khannouss? Can I block all this stuff, man? So listen, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind bringing some of these players. To be honest, I'll be real. I wouldn't mind bringing some of these guys, depending on how what the prices are. Khannouss for me would be Leicester. Leicester are trying to get money. Do you know what I mean? Leicester are trying to get money. Big up, broski. From Morocco, my broski. Big up, man. Big up. Kai Sanat raid is crazy, bro. Kai Sanat raid is crazy. Yusuf, wallah. This guy, bro. For Ramadan, wallah. For Ramadan. But for me, it's all about money. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's all about money. That's what I'm talking about. Big up to Kali, of course, absolute legend. Um, um, absolute legend. Now, big up to you, my broski. All good, man. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully your family's well, broski. Um, but listen, I'd take El Khannouss. I'd take that Sudakov. Listen, I'd take anybody just to try and replenish, the 10 position, because I feel like at the moment, Erdegaard, like, there just isn't anybody else to come in and just, do you know what I mean? To really give him that sense of there's competition here. Like, if you don't perform, you'll get dropped and you get put on the bench, and the competition will come out. And then if they perform, they'll stay in the team. So yeah, man. Listen, for me, it's important, man. I need to see us do something. Um, but in regards to other deals, excuse me, obviously spoke about Florian Wirtz to Manchester City. If they get that guy, that's the De Bruyne replacement for me. Florian Wirtz is a De Bruyne replacement for me if they manage to get him. Yeah, if they manage to get him, that is the De Bruyne replacement. And listen, City are going to be serious. So us at Liverpool need to fix our stuff up, bro, and make sure we know what we're doing this summer transfer window. I think for us, we've got the least to do out of the three clubs. We've got the least. Liverpool is second with the second. They've also got second least amount to do, and Man City have got the most. To be honest, do you know what I mean? Um, but for me, I look at the situation. Verts going to Manchester City is absolutely a game changer. Verts going to that Man City team is an absolute game changer. Him with Rodri, and then if they can have that Nico Paz, or they can have like a Kovacic in there. Do you know what I mean? Then they've got to worry about bringing in a couple of defenders, maybe getting in a right back or something. They were looking at Cambiasso in the summer, in January, sorry. So they'll probably go back in for him. Listen, it could look peak for a lot of us, man. If these guys get stuff right, it could look peak for a lot of us. So, what about Philip Sard? What, Phil Foden? Brother, listen, man. I'll be real, man. Cheyenne, bro. Listen, man. It's a madness, bro. We've listen. All I'm saying is this: don't let this be Phil Foden, and he randomly wakes up in Saudi Arabia, bro. All I'm saying, bro. Rumor has it that is how Phil Foden was when he randomly woke up in Saudi Arabia, bro. This man was just there, just like, yo, how did I get here? Last I knew, I was in Man City, bro. Why am I in Saudi now? Wallahi, bro. Oh, mate. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started, bro. And Chelsea, I mean, to be honest, I ain't even heard anything about Chelsea. I know that they're still looking for a striker, and I know they're looking for a goalkeeper. Um, but the only thing I heard about um Chelsea was something about a right winger that they were looking at, or a winger that they were looking at. I don't know if any of the Chelsea lads can speak, can let me know if there's anything rolling around. Bro, I've got my phone in my pocket, listening to on headphones, thinking that what the f was. Right, that was Hamza. Hey, no, Jack. So now that you're Jack, now that you're looking, let me play that clip for you one more. Bro, wallahi, this Hamza guy is undefeated, bro. The lap, guys. Does let's be honest for a second, yeah. If the lap comes in to Man City, does anybody not rate the lap here, or does anybody rate the lap? I just want to gauge the chat's opinions as well. Does anybody relegation and that? Does anybody rate the lap? Because I've seen some people say, "Oh yeah, you know he's good. He's actually a good striker," and I've seen some people saying, "Oh my god, he's awful. He's not the standard." I think he's good but unpolished, too young. I do, to be honest. Delap is good, but he's not what we need. That's kind of where I come from. I'm in the situation where, or I'm in the mindset of, I think he's an all right striker, but I just think at the moment for what for what Chelsea need, I don't think he's gonna be what they need right now. I think they need players that are gonna take them to that next level where they can get definite top four, maybe try and get involved in the title race. Because yeah, they kind of did get somewhat semi-involved in the title race, but it was a bit of a pitiful excuse, to be honest. If we're being completely honest, do you know what I mean? It was a bit of a pitiful excuse. Now, for me, I look at Chelsea. They've got some selling to do, but they've also got some buying to do. I think for their transfer window, it's key. It is key for them to go out there and for them to get sorry, it's key for them to go out there and it's key for them to get top four. They have to get Champions League football because that will give them a lot of money so they can go out and they can spend some more money and then get some players. They need a new goalkeeper, they need a new centre back, they need a new striker. That's definite. Then we can worry about right wing, left wing. They've got enough wingers anyway. They've spent a lot of bad money on the wingers, man. I mean, what is Madueke, bro? What is that, bro? What is that, bro? Come on, man. What are we doing here, bro? But listen, a lot needs to be done for them. Uh, in order for them to get to a decent level. Will they get top four? Remains to be seen, but it's not impossible, people. Can they get top four? Yes. It's not impossible, but the probability of it happening, I don't know, man. For me, I think it's more probable for them to miss out on top four, just because of how they're looking at the moment, the confidence. They're not looking very confident at the moment. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Do you know what I mean? By the way, we're getting a new trim. Eid coming up, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's time for me to get a trim, man. time for me, bro. My mustache, my beard is growing out, bro. Do you know what I mean? The hair's growing out, so I'm always wearing this. Do you know what I mean? Guys, catch me when you get a trim, man. Catch me when I get a trim, man. Soon come, guys. Shh, relax. We're there, man. We're there, alive. As for Spurs, bro, Spurs is a mess, bro. I'll be so real. Spurs is a mess. Um, they need quite a fair bit, bro. They need quite a fair bit of stuff, bro. La hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Ay, leave it, wallah. Habibi. This man said, yeah, you look like you're on the run, son. Wallah. Ay. Yeah, nah. You know what? I look at this, man. Look at this. There we go, man. Let's just do this. Quick one. Quick one, man. Do you know what I mean? Listen, man. Let me alone, man. Let me alone, man. Do you know what I mean? Soon come, man. Trim soon come. What is the point of Spurs? That's crazy, Ashraf. I can't say that because I'm still fasting. Do you know what I mean? But big up to you, man. I will lie, you're a bad guy, bro. You're a bad guy, bro. You're a bad guy, bro. I listen. If you didn't get that, I mean, the only reason why I get that is because my brother used to play. It was playing. Well, to be honest, I played Sonic, but if you didn't get that, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you might be too young or just uncultured. Who knows, man? Leave me alone, man. Do you know what I mean? Leave me alone. By the way, big up to Nathan, of course, absolute legend. Brand new member on the channel. Big up to you, my broski. Appreciate you for becoming a member on the channel. If you do want to become a member, guys, you can become a member. I haven't actually got the link, but I can see if I can try and post it. I actually don't remember how to find it. I can't remember how to find it, but yeah, you can click on the thing and then it will give you the option to join right next to the subscribe button. There should be a join button and you can become a member if you would like to. But yeah, what is the point of Spurs, guys? What is the point of Spurs? I mean, at this point, these guys are just a disgrace, man. They're doing whatever they're doing, but I'll be real, I don't see them getting any better. And they've got a long way to go, man. They've got a lot to do, man. They've got to bring in midfielders. They've got to sort out a bit of the attack. Son's gonna be leaving soon because I'll be real. Son for me is like reaching the end, bro. The end is nigh. Do you know what I mean? So, what are we talking about when we're talking about this guy, bro? What are we saying, man? What are we saying about sorry, 1 second, guys. Yeah, what are we saying about Son, man? Is Son done? Apparently, he's signing a new deal, if I'm not mistaken. For me, what can Spurs do now? They get rid of Son. Who can they bring in? These guys have the money, but Levy won't spend it. Do you know what I mean? He won't spend it on the team. He'll probably buy another like a car park or something, and then do you know what I mean? But in the grand scheme of things, these guys need to rejuvenate their midfield and their attack. They need to bring in new players. They need to bring in younger players, players that have a bit of youth in them, a bit of life in them. And listen, it could get techie. It could get techie, man. If these guys don't fix up this summer and don't spend some real money. As for Ange, I think Ange needs to leave there because I think he's too good of a manager for that club, in my personal opinion. I actually rate Ange. I think he's too good of a manager for this team. Um, but that's just me. Do you know what I mean? That's just me. Yeah, I don't think he needs to stay there, man. These fans don't deserve him, bro. They don't deserve a coach like that, bro. Coach that's got balls, man. That will tell you, like, do you know what I mean? This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. This is the hard truth about the situation. It's who we are, mate. High line for life and all that. Big up to you. But yeah, listen, for Spurs, I just as objective as I can be, I think they've got a massive job to do. They need to fix the midfield. They need to fix the attack. I think goalkeeper's okay at the moment. With what they've got, they could try to improve a little bit more. And defense, I mean, they've got Pedro Porro. They've got uh, Van de Ven, and they've got Romero. Depending on what happens with Romero and Atletico Madrid, because he's been apparently linked to a move away to Atletico Madrid, which is an interesting one. Apart from they've got them two, then they've got Danso as well, and obviously the young boy, what's his name, um, whatever his name is. Then they've got Udogi and they've got Jed Spence as the options for both wing backs, or both fullback positions. So I don't think they necessarily need to go too hard on the defense. Maybe get a right back or maybe get a left back cover. Archie Gray, that's it. Bergvall is good. But the thing is, for me, Bergvall can't be one of the only midfielders that you have. James Maddison is whack. Like, he's actually awful. Yeah, James Maddison is whack. Basuma is whack. Pape Matisar, he's definitely got some. He is somebody who has some potential. Do you know what I mean? To be a good player, but just sometimes decision making is a bit mad. But that could be something that could be learned. Kulusevski, we all know about Kulusevski. He's definitely good, but it's just little touches in the midfield. But the attack, that's where you need to do. You know what I mean? I think you need another striker next to Solanke, a different type of striker. I also think you need a left winger, maybe even two left wingers. Do you know what I mean? And they need another right winger. Do you know what I mean? I think they need to go through this attack, and they need to get rid of what they need to get rid of, and they need to bring in what they need to bring in the attack. I think they need maybe 3 or 4 players in the attack. That's my personal opinion. But other than that, I think that's all the clubs. We spoke about Liverpool, spoke about Arsenal, spoke about City, spoke about Chelsea, spoke about Spurs. Oh, Man United, Osimhen. I think that's the last bit of news that we can speak about. Osimhen apparently been linked to Manchester United. That is his ideal destination. Is what we're being told. Is his ideal destination. In my personal opinion, I do see them getting rid of either Xerxes or Hoyland. I don't know who's going to go out, but one of those two is leaving. One of those two is leaving, 100%. So it's going to be interesting to see who leaves. But listen, guys, I'll be so real. For me, I look at this whole situation with Manchester United. They've got a hell of a job to do, and it's going to take so long. Like, it's at least going to take like 2 to 3 seasons to see what is going to come of any of these signings that they're going to make from now on. They've got Amorim. I think Amorim is going to stay in the job. I don't think they're going to sack him. I think people are just like, oh my God, look at it. We can't be like Arsenal and keep a manager for 4 years, 5 years. I think that's what the management are going to do. I think that's what the ownership are going to do, in my personal opinion. But yeah, for me, I see them getting Osimhen. I see them getting a few more players. I think they're going to focus on the attack and the defense because I think they're going to be losing a few defenders. They can't afford to sack him. Yeah, exactly. Even if they wanted to, they can't afford to. Do you know what I mean? At the moment, We know that they're battling the FFP. We've got FFP PSR. So it remains to be seen what they're gonna do, how that's gonna affect him. Do you know what I mean? How that's gonna affect them during the transfer window. We know that Osimhen is like 65 mil, I think, or something like that. But yeah, now 100% looks to be looks like they're getting closer with Osimhen, so that could become a deal that could happen, and I think that'll be a good deal for them because they do create some chances. So having a striker that could finish off those chances and polish them off, bro, adds more goals to them, gets them higher up in the league table. Just that simple. It's just that simple. But listen, I think that's where we end off on this transfer show. Listen, big up to everybody who has tuned in. Big up to everybody who has super chatted, become a member. Big up to Jack. Big up to Nathan for the super chat and for becoming a member. And big up to Travarelli as well for super chatting as well. Big up to everybody who has smashed the like button. Big up to everybody who has subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Ryan saying, shout out to the Arsenal women's tonight. You can do this. Are they playing Real Madrid? Second leg. Inshallah, man. We can get through, man. Show the boys how it's done so the boys can go out and do it as well. Please, guys. Big up to T, of course. Absolute legend. And big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody who's in here, man. Make sure you smash the like buttons and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are out of here. I'm gonna send you guys over to. I'm actually gonna send you guys over to Flawless Sarcasm City TV. Go over there and just say Sard Raid. Do you know what I mean? Big up to you guys. I'm out of here. Peace out, people.